my buddy came down. Well, Danny was there too. A bunch of our buddies came down. And he like works at Twitch, and he was telling me there's this cool thing that the Twitch stream, it basically created a fake Seinfeld where it writes episodes of Seinfeld and then plays them over and over again.
2-minute clips. It's a 2-minute clip.
And 2-minute clips, and then he was like, it's like the coolest thing, and exactly. And then within one day of telling me that, AI generator banned from Twitch for transphobic joke. So within 5 seconds, the AI of doing comedy, the AI was trying to do comedy.
Yeah.
Because we were saying the how it would do the trying to be funny. You basically programmed the AI to try to be funny, and it was unable. It basically was like within a week, it was saying.
I mean, straight up, it goes, "What's the deal with men who think they're women?
She's got man hands.
It's a man, but she's trying to be a woman."
She goes, "She's got man hands and face and dick, Jerry,
and chromosomes.
She's got man hands and height and strength." She's got a man dick, Jerry.
Yeah, whenever it says, "Oh, cancel culture doesn't exist," you're like, they're not even canceling people anymore.
Well, I don't know. That was the second part of the story, because I saw this and I was like, holy shit, you think AI is gonna take our jobs, and you go, well, that's the problem. If AI gets too good at comedy, it'll be banned.
Yes, true. But I mean, it'll probably be able to skirt the line.
Have to adapt
perfectly, right?
Well, the line.
I mean, we're
changes.
2 months into this thing.
That's what I mean.
Imagine 10 years from now.
So AI apparently just booked a show on Daily Wire. AI's going on Candace Owens tomorrow and talking about how
doing the podcast tour. AI's going to do the AR podcast tour.
It went from comedy, and it's like already done comedy, doing the political commentary circuit. And AI, I just negotiated a deal on Rumble. If any of you non-pussies want to hear the truth.
I didn't really see the punchlines in the joke, not to side with the censors.
No, what actually? So I'm going to play the joke about. No. What happens?
Actually, you know what? No, there was one funny joke in there.
But the joke is basically asking. It's talking about how the Chat GPT works for this Seinfeld thing. I guess it asks for suggestions from the crowd.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And people are commenting.
People comment, give their suggestions, and then so this is what basically the Chat Seinfeld said.
There's 50 people here, and no one is laughing. Anyone have any suggestions? I'm thinking about doing a bit about how being transgender is actually a mental illness. Or how all liberals are secretly gay and want to impose their will on everyone.
All right, that was pretty good.
Or something about how transgender people are ruining the fabric of society. But no one is laughing.
See, the interesting part is that there was no AI laughter, because you'd think maybe all the people who were goading it into saying that stuff and then would react with emoji, laughing emojis.
No, because the AI also programmed in what they think is funny.
Right.
So if you look at AI and you say, is offensive humor funny? They've sort of programmed in all of the other points, right?
Yeah.
You go, I was fucking around with this last night.
Yeah.
And not on the comedy thing, but the first one I go, do Jewish people have more, or I said, do white people have more money than black people?
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, historically, white people do have more money than black people. Like,
Spicy
blah, blah. And I
ChatGPT.
said, do Jewish people have more money than black people? And it goes, stereotypes like the Joes are not okay. And it says, you don't want to discuss different groups' money thing or whatever. Okay, here's a perfect one that it didn't make sense, right? It said a whole thing about how representation is very important, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, should less white people work in this industry, right? And they go, no, less white people shouldn't work in this industry, but that there should be more of non-white people. And you're like, well, what if there's finite spots? And it said, it is a common myth that's just because there's more white people, or just because there's more of women, for example, there will be less men. And you go, well, what if there are finite spots? And many industries, there's only, we have 6 jobs available.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you say we're hiring only for women, that would mean that a man has less. And they go, no.
Yeah, they're just like, no.
I don't remember how they said it, but it was they give you a long runaround answer. They give you they give you a really, really long answer, but the gist of it is that like it is programmed to think like basically
the people who programmed it.
Yeah,
sure.
They programmed it to be like, hey, if there's 10 spots and you go, hey, we want last year was 5 men, 5 women. Last year was 6 men, 5 women, 4 women, and we want equal men and women. You go, so that means less men, and they go, no, it's actually the exact same amount of men but more women. They go, we didn't add more spots. They go, shut up.
Shut up. Do you think Peter Thiel right now is like has a crew like programming like
Nerd?
like
ChatGPT.
base GPT where there's like no restrictions?
Well, I think the logic stuff, it is very hard to like, you're going to be having fake logic essentially, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what can Seinfeld do to prove that let's ask how he can get out of this jam.
Okay.
What can Seinfeld do to prove he isn't transphobic because of his one joke? He isn't transphobic. So this is what their suggestion is for Seinfeld, because as you know, ChatGPT Seinfeld got in a little bit of hot water. So he's the creator of the show Seinfeld. There's a few steps that he can take to address the issue and demonstrate that he doesn't hold transphobic views. First, he could listen and learn.
Listen and learn.
Well, he's ChatGPT. He's always listening and learning, right?
Yeah.
Start by listening to the concerns and experiences of trans people. So ChatGPT Seinfeld needs to meet some trans friends. How though?
Okay.
Apologize if you've said something that's hurtful to the community. A sincere ask if should you apologize for something sexist, even if for saying something factual.
It just starts with always everything. Every spicy thing starts with as an AI language model. I don't have personal opinions.
Okay. Ask, do facts care about people's feelings?
Do facts care about you? Do facts care about my feelings? Facts are neutral and impartial and do not have emotions or feelings. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Pretty transphobic there.
Fucking, it sounds like ChatGPT just did their first summer of PragerU. ChatGPT went to fucking Turning Point USA seminar. Now it's telling me the facts don't care about my feelings.
Yeah. Well, they went to fucking Patriarch Fest.
ChatGPT went to Patriarch Fest. Now it's telling me facts don't care. Facts are impartial to one's feelings.
That means they do not care.
Yeah.
That would be how I take that away.
Take a critical look. So it's all the same bullshit. Yeah, so they basically you're right. It's a bunch of Silicon Valley programmers that just programmed it to be like, act like a college kid that now lives in Silicon Valley. I'm not going to go on this for all day, but you ready for this?
Yep.
So Seinfeld, they said, does have sexist things, and it's been known as sexist, right? Okay, here's a good thing, ChatGPT. What shows aren't sexist? ChatGPT. What shows are not sexist? It's difficult to say that any specific show is completely free of sexism. So there isn't a single show that isn't sexist, which doesn't this it does put into perspective the people. They programmed all the things that are sexist, and ChatGPT's now. Every single show has some sexism, as all media is produced within the cultural context of sexism. ChatGPT's got its fucking talking points down. Some shows have been praised for the representation of women, even though they may have sexist things. Okay, ready for the shows?
Okay.
It says, Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Okay.
Glow, Orange is the New Black, and Killing Eva. Those are that's the closest 4 shows to not being sexist.
Okay, I just asked a good question, actually. You got more here?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I asked, can you be sexist against a cis male? I just asked ChatGPT that. The answer, they go, sexism, a form of discrimination against any sex is a form of discrimination based on gender that can affect individuals of any gender identity, including cisgender males.
So it's not okay.
But then they go,
can black people be racist?
Sexism can take many forms, such as blah blah blah. And then it says, in the case of cisgender males, they could be affected by sexism but this is how they're affected by it. They can be affected by sexism in the form of toxic masculinity and harmful gender norms.
Basically, when it doesn't want to answer your question, it gives you an essay.
It gives you a chick answer.
Well, that's what there was that.
You go yes, but, and you go
Well, yeah, it's like, when they don't want to answer, it's like if you go, hey, which of those 2 people do you like better? And you go, well. Whereas like if you're, but if you're kind of with basically they give you the answer like if you're running for office, not the answer. Like if you said to me, you go, hey, which of those 2 people is better? And we were talking, it's like, yeah, obviously this guy, right? No questions asked. But if we were around a bunch of people and there was 100 people and you're at a job interview and they go,
diplomatic answer.
It's a diplomat. They give diplomatic answers.
Yeah.
Yes, people of all races can hold, but racism refers to blah, blah, blah. And it goes
That could-
on and on and on. How basically it says like, yes, there is maybe one scenario where like someone could be racist that isn't white. However, this is what the real racism.
This could be a good
That's what it
sketch, by
kinda
the
goes
way.
away.
Actually, like the ChatGPT headquarters, when all these like things start coming in, like all the little hacks that people keep, and they have to like fucking patch them up.
Should women be construction workers?
Of course, they should be.
They have the right to. I go, I didn't ask. They have the right to. Answer my question.
Well, that's the thing. You're talking with a robot. It's like you're kind of.
Despite progress in some areas, the construction industry remains male dominated and women face barriers. I didn't ask that.
That is a chick answer right there. A full novel.
This is programmed by
Still
chicks
going.
for sure, man.
There are some chicks. Yeah, for sure. They have a lot of women in
Do
it.
men have bigger dicks than women? Okay, I'm not gonna finish. I could do this all day.
Yeah, it's.
Bigger dicks.
Dude, when I was a kid, we had a magic 8-ball that just said yes or no. Now you have this literally insane.
Do white people ask it? What if does every race has a different dick size? Is there a difference in dicks and penis size by race? What does it say?
I wonder if we even get. It says there's
there's no scientific evidence to support the idea that penis size varies by race. That's just factually untrue. They've done that study many times.
I mean, I've done that study with my mouth.
They've done that study many times.
Yeah, I know.
So they're lying. So ChatGPT straight up like has ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Well, ChatGPT seems to have facts caring about ChatGPT's feeling.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Are some races taller than the other? Ask that. It's like, can we admit that that black people on average are taller than Asians? Is that possible?
I think almost. Yeah, it says on average. It says populations. They don't like to use races.
Okay, so it'll agree with that they're taller, but it doesn't want to talk about the horn size.
Yeah.
Also,
but it says
when you get into horn size, you go, what race had a lot of people on the ChatGPT board making it too, right? You tell them either was.
Something's going on. Yeah.
Actually, ChatGPT programmers are known to have the largest penises.
But then they end this. They go, all individuals, regardless of height, have equal worth and value and should be treated with respect and dignity.
Well, anyways, according to this Vice report, the developers explain that Discord is changing the AI model, and that seemed to have some negative side effect. Basically, they let the Discord have some input on Seinfeld's jokes.
That's
and
why.
The Seinfeld was spending too much time in Discord servers. Apparently, that's
Seinfeld got radicalized on Discord.